which is here, compare my gait with all the male celebrities, and then compare my gait with all the female celebrities, and see what your answer is. Okay? That's why these people won't show you their faces. They won't show you the gaits. I shall know thee by thy fruits. Amen. Right. Back to where we were. Who were we going to do tonight? I was thinking, oh, what was it? Rolling Stones. No, not Rolling Stones. Boy bands. We're going to do boy bands quickly. Right. Let's push this one on. We're going straight in to boy bands. We did take that the other day, so let's do the other ones. Boyzone first. Because Ronan Keating, is this Ronan Keating? It is Ronan Keating, this one, isn't it? Keating, yeah. Ronan Keating was every girl's heartthrob back in my day in the 80s. All my girls at school, all my friends, Boyzone mad. And the Backstreet Boys, we'll do them as well. But we'll start with this motley crew. One of them's died, apparently, this one, the gay one. This one said he was gay, but it's not a he, it's a she, it's a lesbian, so still gay, but a lesbian pretending to be a man. Let's get that right. Keith Duffy, them pouty lips, the close set eyes on all of them. This one's only got slightly further apart eyes than the rest of them because she's so tall. She really is tall, that one. There she is, look, they put her in the back all the time. Keith Duffy's quite tall as well, though, for a girl. Boyzone. Clues in the band's name. They're not boys, they're girls. With close set eyes on massive 5 heads, look. 1, 2. This one reminds me of Tommy Lee. I don't know why. Another 5 head there. That's the one that's passed away. Passed away. It's probably sat on Pack Island sipping margaritas with Bruce Lee and whoever else. Male pattern baldness on women strikes all of them. Look at her heads rising, each one of them. I think we'll start if I go back. If I go back, all members might be better. There we go. We'll start with Ronan Keating. Open 1. Shane Lynch. Open there. Keith Duffy. 3. Back to Ronan Keating. Right. We'll start with Ronan Keating, the most famous one. I was watching a show. It was Would I Lie to You? And someone had won Ronan's duvet on the show, on a competition. Someone had won Ronan Keating's duvet. Not his bed covers, his actual duvet, the actual feathery bit. And I was looking, and the one that won it, honestly, you should see the neck on the damn thing. Absolutely huge. It's meant to be a woman. Anyway, Ronan Keating. I've got an upside down egghead. Sloping narrow jaw, pointed chin, pink lips, Cupid's bow, high set ears, close set eyes, dial M for Masons. Look at the way the skull bellows outwards. Okay, there's only one of the skulls do this. Look, you can see it bellowing outwards. Men's draw inwards. Look, narrowing, not bellowing outwards like the top of an egg, which is exactly what I'm seeing, the top of an egg. Small triangle, no trachea look, and no Adam's apple with these people, but he's got one there. Very strange, eh? How did she not have one here when she's really young, and she's got one there? It must be an implant. As they go along, they get more and more operations. That's why people are confused with the cloning and all this, because these people go through tons of procedures to look male or female, and as they get older it wears on them. And I've shown it many times, how it started, how it went, and how it's going. It's not a changed person, they've just changed their looks via plastic surgery and hormones. But this one reminds me a little bit of Kevin Costner there, just a little bit. Another heartthrob for all the women in the world. Satan's plan is to make us all sin without knowing we're sinning. And by being attracted to the same gender without knowing, their idea is that we're sinning. They you know, it's mental by comparison, you know. Anyway, there's another one, look. Gary Barlow, I've got close set eyes and a small set of teeth. All these so-called men have got... you know what that reminds me of? Mr. Hello, Shawnee. Do you know what that reminds me of? Mr. E. Looks like Mr. E, don't you think? Oh, look at that man-child there. Look at the size. Hello, wildlife and fisheries. No, wrong department. I'll put you through to paws and claws. Look at the size of that paw. Look at the straightness of... Oh, my gosh. That is just a man-child right there. Boys with boobs on YouTube. Looks like Gabby Roslin off sports debates. You can spot them just by looking at them, look. Look at that male skeleton. Look at the female skeleton. Bigger, smaller. Long neck, no neck. Far apart eyes, soft, close set eyes. Low set ears, high set ears. It never ever gets old, does it? When you realise the power of what God designed. He gave us upper body strength, men. He gave us upper body strength for broad, long shoulders. Look, narrow chest belongs to women, not men. Look how wide that chest is. There's absolutely... All that is rib cage there, look, and it shouldn't be. Women have 40% smaller rib cages than men, 40% smaller lungs. That's why a male opera singer, a real male opera singer, can hold a longer note. Oh, Celine Dion, Whitney Houston, just to name a few of those male divas. Look at that man face. It looks like Amanda. It really does. It looks like a man. A man. They love to put it in the names. I grew up with one that married a footballer called Jack Lester, and Amanda gave me a love bite when I was 14. I was pinned down. I didn't ask for it and I didn't want it. I was pinned down by 5 girls. What I thought were 5 girls, one of them was a boy. At least one of them was a boy. I've still got to speak to the other 3 girls involved, because one of them I met in the woods not long back, and she looked like a woman to me. She really did. All my training said she was a woman, and she was in shock when I told her this stuff. She didn't... It wasn't pretend either. She wasn't acting. She was literally in shock. Because I could see the realisation, as I said, wide eyes, big teeth, massive hands. I've got a picture of Amanda, right, with one of my other friends who was there when I got pinned down. It was her house that I got pinned down in. And side by side, Amanda's hand is up in front of the camera, and it's covered up, but it is just the top 2 fingers. And it literally looks like there's a bricklayer coming in to grab or say cheers to him. Cheers! Skål! Anyway, let's go back to this. Look at the... Oh my gosh! I've come for your clothes, your motorbike keys, and your boots. That right there is a Terminator. Don't care what you say. Look at the difference in there. Tell me, who's got the biggest eyes first? Whose eyes dominate that picture? Then look at the teeth. Whose teeth dominate that picture? Then look at the neck. Whose neck dominates that picture? And it's all that bloke on the right. And you when you see what is happening here, will join us all in the kingdom of heaven. That's what Jesus told you, right? The kingdom of heaven lies within you. And understanding that women do not have Scottish pine tree necks is part of your problem, your dilemma. That men have bowling ball sized skulls with short foreheads, deep set eyes like me. We don't have the letter M in our foreheads, and our foreheads are certainly not twice the size of the woman's. It's the other way around. Men have big necks, square jaws, big teeth, deep set eyes, thick brow bones, and short sloping foreheads with low set ears. Women have soft faces with no cheekbones, close set eyes, flat foreheads that create the letter M in front of you. You could show a movie on Ronan Keating's forehead, but you couldn't do it on his husband's. That's how simple it is. I don't even need dates. Just look at your face. I don't even need the templates. I don't need the overlays. And I've trained thousands of them all around the world to do this. Thailand, Japan, Switzerland, Germany. I've taught them all over the world to do this. And I just don't care. I just don't. God is my chaperone through all of this. My Heavenly Father, our Heavenly Father, wanted me to see this. He knew that when I saw it, I'd be truly shocked and moved by the truth that God exists. He knew I was going to be moved. He knew I was going to be passionate. He knew, because he created me, I'm a real man, that I would do justice to his word, his name, and for the love and mercy of God. That's what he knew. What do you want? I mean, you're not getting nothing else. Get lost, dog. I mean it. Right. Back to these two. Bowling ball head. I swear down, that's what it's like looking at the wedding picture of Amanda. Amanda. His teeth are bigger than mine. Amanda's. They are. His smile's wider than mine. Gates. Let's get Ronan Keating on the list. Walking. Boy bands. They're not boy bands. They're girls. You're into women. There's real female Gates. Look. Arms akimbo. Short arms akimbo. Full minces. Getty images. That's what you're never going to see of me. A Getty image. Ever. Gonna see a Getty image of me. Ronan Keating with his boyfriend. Slight difference in that angle, look. From the front, it'd be much more noticeable. Ronan Keating, let's get your minces. Oh, there's two of them there, look. Is that the funeral? It might be a funeral. Both of them kipper-footed, look. And right there. Sweet dreams, ladies. A pair of them are women. See, they're not passing through a narrow opening, are they? They're in the open. They're on a path. That's how you catch them. It's that simple. And again, the straight-legged man needs to have a space between his feet versus the woman. Look at the size. Look at that neck. Look at that head. Look at the size of that hand. It's got meatballs for knuckles. Steel ball bearings. It could literally punch its way through a palm tree. The real Jean-Claude Van Damme. Oh, we should do action stars tomorrow. We'll do all the fighters. Bruce Lee, Steven Seagal. We'll do all the girls tomorrow. Anyway, back to these girl bands. Look at the state. Look at the state of them legs. There's your straight leg. Oh my gosh, where's his leg gone? Look at the chicken nom nom. Look how wide it gets. And then look here. Lollipop, lollipop. They look like lollipop sticks. Your wife's got an head like a bowling ball, a neck like a Scottish pine tree, and her legs look like lollipop sticks. Describe what you see. That's what I'm doing. Have you ever seen the game with Roy Walker? Catchphrase. Where you look at Mr. Chips and you have to guess a phrase. Well, that's what I'm doing with the Gates. Is that David Beckham? What's she doing in there? Oh, it's a funeral. Let's go back. There's another one there. Just the feet are missing, that's all. Ronan Keating. Absolute lady. Another T-boy. All of her life. It's very strange that when people find out they'd still have sex with him, or, you know, I find that mental. I absolutely do. It's like when I found out Lucy Pinder was a man, I no longer desire or lust after him. I never wanted to have sex with him ever again, and never again. Lucy Pinder could come in with £1 million in a briefcase and say, "Take me over the couch, Pete." I'd be like, "Fuck you, dude. You've got a ding dong." I only put my willy where there's a womb, where there's ovaries. Inline footfall. Little winkle picker feet as well. Look at that. Tiny. What do you reckon they are? Size 5s. And there, right there. Good night, Ronan. Good night, Ronan. And you could say, yeah, he's passing through 2 people if you want. But there's problems all over that picture. Look at the size of that dude there. Just look at the skeletal difference. You see, when you get to the point that you understand the male is bigger than the female, the male stands bigger than the female. Wherever we go in this world, we see males bigger than females. In some cases, in couples, you'll see the woman the same size sometimes, but still not the same size, just the same height. I should say that. It's not the same size, same height, because she's still going to be slender and slim. You'd have to double the size of a woman to equal the mass of a man. You really would. And power and strength. Because God gave us... But look at the difference in them rib cages. No, men don't have 40% bigger lungs. Really? Look at the rib cage between them two. Remember, the lungs fit in that section. It's a joke. People say the stupidest of things. Ronan Keating's a woman. You can't become famous. Look at the difference in these two. Look at the Adam's apple. Fake Adam's apple. Real Adam's apple. God made it simple to see. And for those of you that do listen to the words of God, hear the truth when it's spoken to you. And I've said this many times over. It doesn't matter who brought you the truth. They brought you the truth. It doesn't matter. You don't idolize the person that brought you the truth. You idolize the truth. You understand? I made this mistake all the way through Flat Earth. I idolized Mark Sargent, Dave Murphy, David Weiss, so on and so on. I idolized them for bringing me the truth. But they were hiding this lie right in front of me, that they were all women and men in the wrong bodies. Which means if they're lying about the core identity, the truth that they told me isn't the whole truth. And you won't, and you will not enter the kingdom until you accept that. You will not. And you can't think, oh, you're higher than everyone else. You've got a higher IQ, I'll grant you that. You're smarter than everyone else, I'll grant you that. But you know better than them because you still sinned. In God's eyes, we're all sinners. The difference is, you and I are sorry, truly sorry, for the things we've done and said to people in this world. For crimes that I've committed in my life, in my younger days, in my teen years. I would never have had that life if society wasn't orchestrated by these monsters. That there are criminals and there is poverty. The only reason you got criminals is because there's poverty. And the only reason there's poverty is because of money. If you get rid of money and everybody just works for free, there'll be no poverty, there'll be no hunger, there'll be no crime. And anybody who wants to commit crime in the kingdom of God, well, be my guest. Skeletons again. We're done. Look at the difference in these two people. You cannot blame it on anything other than that they are drags. All of them. It really does look like man dirt. It really does. It's uncanny. Look at that neck. Look at the square jawline. High set ears, low set ears, big mouth, little mouth, bigger eyes, smaller forehead, bigger forehead, dial M for Mason with two shiny bumps. Right there, look, I've shown you it enough times, you know what they look like. In the middle of the forehead. Men's heads just slope back. We're done. Ronan Keating bites the big one. Next one is Stephen Gately. This is the one that died. This was meant to be a gay man. And it's not. It's a girl. It's a lesbian. This is their girlfriend here. Two girls. T-boys, whatever you want to call them. I don't even know if this person's dead. I really don't. I've got no idea if this person's dead or not. They fake their own deaths. I see a flat. I can show a movie on your forehead. Widow's Peak. Look at those beautiful eyelashes, the soft, close-set eyes, the pink lips, the sloping jawline, the subcutaneous layers of fat all around the face. Baby face. You got that cutest little baby face. Women do. You have these baby faces, look. You don't get pretty boys, you get pretty girls, you get handsome boys, handsome men. Stephen Gately and his girlfriend there. Let's see if we can get the pair of them mincing and it'll be game over. Oh, that was them in the woods, was it? Yeah, from Flamingo. I don't want. Oh, there's one. Mincing. Gately, but there's a better one. Remember, look, they're not passing through objects like I was. They're not stepping out the way of dog poo like I was. And besides which, I don't have short arms. I didn't tilt my shoulder. I didn't twist my hip. And I had straight legs. However, Roberto was still waiting. It's been, what, 4 or 5 months? I've got no idea now. I'm losing. Oh, well. Hulk's here. Hulk's agreeing with me. She said she wants to see your gate, Roberto. Stephen Gately's a woman. Keith Duffy, another one. She's got wide eyes like the Jezebel, but the face is still small. Look, head's still showing movies on it. There's another one. Look at that 5 head. This one just recently started. Look how she looks like Shane looks like she's been hit in the face with a shovel, doesn't she? Look how flat that face is. It's because of the flat forehead. That's what does it. Let's go back. Stephen Gately mincing. And I know, don't even tell me that gay men mince. Yes, they do. I agree, gay men mince. But that's a proper mince. It's not a put-on mince. Look. Louis Walsh mincing. Stephen Gately mincing. Whoever that is in the background with the closer eyes and the arched eyebrows is mincing. What's that one showing up for? That's it, Stephen Gately. That one's dead, so there's not many pictures on it. Next, Shane Lynch. This is the tall one. The really tall one. She's got a very strange look in her eyes, look. Do you know what it looks like? Charlie Veitch. It reminds me of Charlie Veitch. The arched eyebrows, look. Flat forehead. She doesn't look very happy, does she? Is that your boyfriend? I think it might be. No, don't take me there. I don't know where you're taking me. That one. Oh, he's definitely got a bowling ball head, hasn't he? Oh my gosh, that one reminds me of the mental health nurse. She was seeing a footballer. She told, what a recall. She was seeing a footballer. Oh my gosh. I wonder if the nurse at the mental health ward was a dude. Oh, you've really got me now. She said she was dating a footballer. I didn't know any of this back then. All I knew was Flat Earth. Antonio was there when I made a balloon jet ski with there was a picture of it. She said it was her daughter. Which if a football husband's a dude, a girl, making the nurse a dude, then the child I made would have been a boy on that jet ski that I made. Oh, she really does look like the nurse. How many times have they fucked up? I nearly swore. How many times have they messed with me? Do you know what? I'm really trying to remember what her name was, and I can't even remember what her name was, the nurse. But I remember saying I'm dating a footballer. Oh my gosh. If the mental health nurse, when they grabbed me and said I was Jesus, I didn't say I was Jesus. I said everybody's got a little bit of Jesus in them. That's what I said. And they rang the nut house and said, I've got one of you saying he's Jesus. Because they didn't know how to deal with me because I wouldn't give them a legal name. That's what it was. The police were going to have to let me go. So they just went on the Jesus card. Yeah, he said he's Jesus. We'll lock him up. Didn't last very long. 3 days. I rose again just like Jesus on the 3rd day. When my head cleared. This is another woman, Shane Lynch. Is Lynch your first name? I don't know if it is. I don't think I've ever met a Lynch. Lynch mob. But I don't think Lynch is the first name, is it? Right, let's go for it. She's massive. Rounded jawline look. Even when she's... do you know, it looks like Tyson Fury. Got the same jawline as Tyson Fury. Because it curves, look. It's not squared. It's not squared like mine is, look. It's not a square jaw like mine. It's a soft, rounded, spoon-shaped jaw. It spoons upwards. Very strange looking face. Shane Lynch. This one recently came out and did a video about Satanism and how it's involved in Hollywood and record making. Of course, controlled opposition, controlled leakage of the truth, but it's quite an interesting video to listen to. It's only a short one, like 5-10 minutes. Shane Lynch, again with a soft... Look at the arched eyebrows. They look like the Riddler guest signs, don't they? Right, we're done. He reminds me a little bit of Steven Seagal. Why am I seeing Steven Seagal in it? Might be the eyes, I don't know. Really ice at ears. Soft. Look, where's your Adam's apple in your trachea? No place to put a spicy meatball. Shane Lynch, is that your girlfriend? Let's have a look at her. Oh, we're done. The pair of them are dudes. Cocks in frocks, as we say. Chicks with dicks. Shane Lynch, walking. Let's add you into the midst. From Flamingo. Nah, it's not very good. Oh, look at all them. Look at the state. Look at that one getting on an invisible motorbike. From female Bigfoot. From female Bigfoot. From Flamingo to female Bigfoot. From Flamingo. You've got to have some minces for me, Shane, surely. Is that one? It is, but it's off the cock. Oh. There. Let's not take that. There's two black guys in there. It's definitely not, I mean, Boyzone, take that. Look at that strut. Doing the Bee Gees right there, isn't she? Keith Duffy. Female Bigfoot. But all of them got big hips. Where is Shane Lynch's gate? I've done Boyzone, so I can't understand why. There's one. We're done. Look at that beautiful shoulder tilt. She's a real tall girl. I think she's about 6'4". She's a real tall girl, this one. Big rumpus. She's supposed to have a flat ass. That's Ronan Keating in mince. I don't want to see Ronan. We've just done him. We're looking for Shane. That's it. One full mince right there. There'll be more somewhere, but I'm not going through. I don't need to do them because I've already done all of these people. Keith Duffy. This one was on Coronation Street. Again, soft eyes, the small teeth, the pink lips. The faux pas muscles, look how small this arm is. Look where the elbow is. Gives you an idea of the length of that humerus bone. There's nothing there. But they juice these women up on testosterone. It makes them grow a beard, deepens the voices, and gives them these faux pas muscles that they get. There was a good demonstration of it the other day on Twitter. It showed a real muscle bodybuilder picking up bags of cement. One, carrying it 10 feet, went back, picked up two, carried it 10 feet, went back, picked up three, and was struggling with three, couldn't do four. And then the guy who works with cement bags like that every day comes in, he's not muscly, he's a big man, but muscly, he looks chubby compared to the bodybuilder, and he just, all four of them straight away, straight over. It's honestly, male upper body strength is phenomenal. And I know I've heard the stories of a pregnant woman picking up a car off the child that got run over. I've heard that story. You see, because I live in this miracle world now, this supernatural world, That story could possibly be true, right? That God gave that woman the strength to lift that car. Keith Duffy. Duffy's a first name, right? It's a femboy look. Pretty boy. It reminds me of someone, I can't think who it is. It's the froggy doughy eyes that are doing it. It's not Jean-Claude, it's someone though. Dolph Lundgren? No, it's not Dolph Lundgren. Yep, you can't think. Right, let's go for Keith Duffy's gates. We don't want to spend all night on boy bands, girl bands. We've seen that one. There we go, Keith Duffy. Uh-oh. Full mints, carrying the shopping home, just like it. That's exactly what I see when a woman comes out of Asda's, Asda's, Tesco's. It's exactly what they walk like, exactly like that. Arms akimbo, with the legs crossed over, little workhorses. Look at those two mincers. Now that's a broken leg, an open knee. That is separation of the knee, correct? Saturday night, Nana's got her baps out. Wait for it. Brendan Fraser. Oh, it does look like Brendan Fraser. You're right. Look at the arms akimbo. It's walking like a robot. It walks like Joe Biden. Hey, have you seen that video where they got the robot walking and it shows Joe Biden walking in the same manner? Not going to make me believe Joe Biden was a robot, but it was quite uncanny, I have to admit. It was a very similar looking walk and gait that the robot and Joe Biden had. Right, Keith Duffy. That's it. There's only one gate. Again, not many gates. It's quite famous, this one as well. I've already got the memes on them though. You only have to go and check these names out on my Twitter and you'll get the results for the whole band. Right, let's do another band. Blue. Someone said Blue. Let's do another English band. Blue's English, right? Blue. Boy band. There we go. All rise. All rise. Lee Ryan, 2 first names. Duncan James, 2 first names. AC, Antichrist, Simon Wedd's the only one I can't do it with. They love to put it in their names like man, duh. All right, all right. I didn't say hello to you all, did I? I'm so sorry. Who was first in? It was Kyle Shinobi. I didn't even look at chat. I'm so sorry. I just went straight into it. Pushkin came second. Hello, Pushkin. Annabelle came third. Hello, Annabelle, darling. How are you? Luke came fourth. How are you doing? Alpha fifth. Welcome to the show. Deborah Henry. How are you doing? Welcome to the show. Trini. Hello, hello. Main event out in the USA. Welcome to the show. Annabelle. Ruby. Welcome to the show. Cable X. Salam alaikum. Cool Arrow. Welcome to the show, mate. Just a girl. Hello. NBG CEO Jeff, what does that mean? Thoughts on HS Tiki Toki? I posted it yesterday. I posted HS Tiki Toki. Oh, was it this morning? Actually, it was this morning. I posted it this morning. All right. There was the other Pamela Anderson job. There it is. HS Tiki Toki. You see, if he was in an alleyway or something, it would maybe perhaps excuse it, but the position of those feet and legs right there in all 3 of those pictures say it's a woman. Diamond showing. But there you go. I see a woman. HS Tiki Toki. I saw the fight video. I saw it. Yeah, but it could all be staged, right? It could all be staged. Right, let's go back. HS Tiki Toki. Susanna. Hello, Susanna. How are you doing? Many blessings to all of you, by the way. End of times here. Glenn Beck, Caitlin Collins. Was that a song or a request? Welcome to the show. Oh, wow, you have been talking. Jess, are you gay? Where's the flat earth baseball bat? Hey, butter. Don't do it, Poncho. Too late. We don't put up with any trolls on this channel. Sorry, me trolley friend. You only get one go. Flower, hello, welcome. Nung, hello, welcome. Tubbs, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the show. Sean Davey, how you doing, Sean? I briefly said hello. I was straight into the investigation. Sorry, guys. Frame rate, proving your schizophrenic theories. Not theories. It's forensics. It's not schizophrenic theories. It's forensic facts. By measuring skulls is something that assisted fucking Germany. He believes in them. I don't believe in any of that stuff. I believe there's a country called Germany, but I don't believe in that foundation. Just like I don't believe in what they call the Jewish people, the Ashkenazi Jews. They come from Europe. They're not the original Jewish people. I'll argue that point till I'm blue in the face. The bloodline shows you it. So no, when I read in the Bible that God chose one people above all others, that's bollocks. Because I am now living in a world where loads of different nationalities of people are all waking up to the fact that God exists. And we all come from different places, different backgrounds, different jobs, different ways of reasoning, but we all agree on one thing: God exists. But we're not one nation. We're spread out over all the nations. God peppered his children far and wide, the ones that would wake up first. And it's your job, not your job, it's your duty to tell your fellow brothers and sisters, even if they call you crazy and they lock you up like they did me. It only lasted 3 days, and then the madhouse wanted me out. They offered me a job as a mental nurse as well. They'd pay 4 years training, send me to Hull. It's a college in Hull, just over the river. Said, just apply for it. We'll get you the papers. You can apply for it. You'll get in. We'll grant you, because I was really good with the patients. I wasn't just good with them. I was excellent with the patients. But I don't think I could work with mental health patients. I don't think I could be a mental health nurse. When they start flinging them all over the place for no reason, I couldn't join in. I couldn't. It really... These people wouldn't feel this way if it wasn't for the controllers of this world. We wouldn't have people in mental institutes, people that wanted to kill themselves. When I was there, a guy that I grew up with, who's well older than me, like 20 years older than me, he would have been pushing 62. At the age of 62, he decided to try and kill himself. He slashed his wrists. I was there. When I walked in, I went, "What are you doing in here, Don?" And he said, I can't handle the world anymore. And I sat and I had a good chat with him. Bearing in mind, this is my mum's friend. And I'm nursing my mum's friend who's 20 years older than me in this nut house. And we spoke about all sorts. We spoke about the world being flat and everything. I said, the devil wants you to do this, to give up your life. God gave you a life and you're going to end it early without realising it. What God wants is for everybody who's living to realise that he exists. That's what he wants. And it's your duty to tell these people. And like I said, my friend Don, who I've known since I was a little boy, when my mum locked me out the house at 5 and made me sleep behind the shed, she was drunk. She made me sleep behind the shed in the garden, because back then it was safe. Well, it wasn't safe, but it was safer than it was now. In her mind, a 5-year-old kid sleeping outside in the back garden was fine. And I don't know what made me get up, but I knocked on Don's door and said, I think it was about 11 o'clock at night, I knocked on the door. Complete darkness. I was like, Mum's locked me out, she's drunk. And Don took me in. Him and his wife took me in. And to see that man trying to terminate his life because of what the world's done to him. I can't even remember what he said triggered it. I think it was debt. I think it was debt that made him want to kill himself. Something real stupid. It doesn't even exist. Debt. They create the debt. Oh, it really breaks me heart that people don't see what's going on. Makes me feel blue. Right, let's get on with these 4 eggheads. And they are eggheads. Look at them. They're all women. Images. Oh, we've got them up. No, not... Oh, my gosh. Get off. We'll start with you. Who is it? Duncan James, 2 first names. Straight T-boy. Look at those lips. Fake jawline. Just, where's your brow bone? Why are his eyes so open? Do you know what, right? This is what I was looking at. I didn't finish saying hello either. I'm all over the shop. I was looking at a picture of Amanda, right? And when you look at the eyes on Amanda and then you look at my other friend, Lisa, Lisa's eyes look like this, open. Even though Lisa's a big girl, and she is a big for a girl. She stands as tall as me, 5'9", 5'10". She's a tall girl. She was a swimmer at school. But she has an eye like this. It's open, it's rounded, and it's open. But Amanda's is straight like mine. It's not open, look. The skin and the brow bone folds over my eye, look. My eye's buried into my skull. But not this person. They look like coffee beans, look. Duncan James. This is what happens when you cut a girl's breasts off and pump her full of testosterone. Is that him? Is it him? Duncan James? I don't know if that's him. That might be a different Duncan James. Still walks like a tart, though. Let's go back. This Duncan James. He reminds me a bit of Brad Pitt. Look at the sloping jawline, pointed chin, small dentures, coffee bean eyes, tiny high set ears. She doesn't have a widow's peak, though, but she does have a very small face. Very beautiful eyes there. Really, really pretty. Right, Duncan James, 2 first names. Walking. Oh, I finished saying hello. Sorry. Ruby. Susanna. King Babe, welcome to the show. Clarice, welcome to the show. How you doing? Billy, welcome to the show. What? 2 shiny bumps. Look at the... Go back. Pay attention. It'll come up again. Can't bother to go through it. Debbie Webby, welcome to the show. Luke, did I say hello, Luke? Welcome, Luke, if I didn't say hello. Jennifer, hello, darling. Agent D, welcome to the show. Jack Koopmans is in the house as well. Welcome to the show. I did say hello, Annabelle, didn't I? Did I miss anyone? Is that it? I don't know if I missed you. I'm sorry. Eyes are old, wheezing ache. Right, let's have Duncan James. Game over. Inline footfall. Look at the back leg curving. Look at this one curving upwards. There's another one there on the beach. Inline footfall. She got big feet there, though, hasn't she? Long feet. Not big feet, long feet. And we're done. Duncan James in the open spaces. Look at the shoulder tilt. Short arms. Crossed legs. Small head. She looks like someone. I can't think who it is. Maybe Damon Albarn I'm seeing someone. Right, another one there. Duncan James. Look at the size of those hips. Look at all the buttons on his fly-all. I bet them buttons keep going up all the way to here. Duncan James, 2 first names. Blue boy band member. It's a girl band. Walks like a flamingo. Minces his legs. Oh, there's all 3 of them mincing. Look, what do you want? There's 3 out of 4 there. Telling you that the girls. And this is why we go for multiple gaits, folks. Multiple. Arms akimbo. Shoulder tilted. Full mincing. Can't walk straight, look. Look at that! And then look at that. Got it yet? Nah. Our survey said, right, Keith James, Duncan James, sorry, not Keith James. Duncan James, failing forensics, stepping over invisible dog poo, getting on an invisible motorbike, whatever you want to call it. It's a girl band. Next. Look how close together Lee Ryan... Two first names. Look how close together Lee Ryan's eyes are. Small, high-set ears. Dial M for Mason. Show a movie on the forehead. Sloping jawline, pointed chin. No trachea. No Adam's apple. I've even got a scar just under the skin there. Look, can you see it? Just under the chin. Lee Ryan. Two first names. Images. All rise. All right. Wow, she's going to have a baby. Who's going to have a baby? The husband. Men can't have babies. Let's just get this straight. Okay? Men cannot have babies. I'd first like to ask why Lee Ryan's index finger is so much longer than his ring finger. Female digit ratio. He's got a big head though, hasn't he? Whoever it is. Lee Ryan, his girlfriend. Verity Paris. Two first names. Verity. Look at that head. He reminds me of the movie star. Is it Ryan Gosling? One of them. Sean William. No, not Sean William. He reminds me of the movie star, but I can't think who it is. I might have said the right name first time. Women. They look crazy, don't they? Yeah, let's go back. She's not giving me any gates. I'm going to put walking in. I'm going to boot you, twat. Where are we? Inline footfall. There. Lee Ryan with his boyfriend, straight legs, knees together, space between the feet, full mince, tilted into the walk look. Men walk straight, women tilt forward. Tilting the shoulders as well. Small hands. From Flamingo. All rise. Who's the little bitch in the middle with a small skeleton? Accompanied by his lawyer. Lawyers. Don't trust them as far as I could throw them. Even if they're that small. We're done, right? Even the lawyers are mincing. What more proof do you want than that? Look at the state of them. Men don't walk like this, ever. We don't have big chicken thighs. Big chicken nom-nom bums. And we certainly don't cross our legs over when walking. Lee Ryan, two first names, thanks for playing CSI with me. Look at that. With your broom. Next. Simon Webb. I don't think there's many pictures on Simon Webb as I recall. He was the hardest one to find gates on. Walking. Blue. All right. Oh, there's one. We're done, right? Full mints. That's how quick it is. You just need to find... Oh, it's Saturday night. Nana's got her baps out. Oh, Nana. Oh, Nana, put them away. They're the tiniest nipples I've ever seen in my life. They are. They look like moles. That's not Simon Webb. That's the dance. That's from the other boy band. Right, we're done anyway because there's only one gate. I remember that one. Oh my. Anthony Costa, AC, Antichrist in the coding of the name. Never trust a man whose eyes are too close together and look like coffee beans. High set ears, flat forehead, widest in the hairline, no cheekbones, looks like the Jezebel. Rounded jawbone, can't grow a beard, got no trachea, no Adam's apple, no place to put a spicy meatball. Anthony Costa, walking. All rise, all rise, and we're done. Anthony Costa fails forensic, straight-legged boyfriend look, straight legs, knees together, space between the feet. Tell me, which one of them walks like me? There you go, look, straight legs, straight legs, straight leg. Go watch the video, straight legs. Which one of them walks like me? Oh, it's the woman. So either I'm a woman or that's a man. I don't walk like that. Lee Ryan. And again. They're all a bunch of fairies. They are. They're all fairies. They're